Welcome to episode 585. Byju, first edtech self-made billionaire from India at age 37. 10 lessons. This is an outline of episode 585, lesson 1 to lesson 5. This is an outline of episode 585, lesson 6 to lesson 10. Lesson 1. Byju is a new breed of edtech billionaire. My research shows there are no education billionaire in the United States, but in China there are two, as shown in this picture. One of them is Hu Junbao. Lesson 2. Learning outside the classroom is more important than learning inside the classroom, especially games.
You like that as a child? Tell us about your growing up years.
Most of it I'll attribute to the time I spent outside classrooms.
Okay.
And that's why I advise all the students that there are a lot of things you need to learn from books, but there are a lot more things you need to learn outside classrooms by playing multiple games. And that helped in multiple ways. One, to learn the real life skills, which is helping me to make bigger and bigger impact as and when we move forward. And apart from that, that kind of forced me to learn on my own. So from the beginning, like I was not learning just for the exams or the curriculum. I used to learn below the curriculum, above the curriculum.
Lesson 3. India's situation is extreme aspiration from students, yet there are few qualified teachers.
I'm not sure whether this is the biggest, but that was not a raw concept, that was a math session. Now, this shows two things, two sides of the story. One, highly aspirational students which we have in India and countries like India, where there's no reason for them to sit for 4 hours in a completely non-interactive one-way session. Now, on the other side, that shows the challenge which access to good quality teaching, good quality teachers is very minimal. We need to focus on is how to capitalize on this extreme aspiration levels of students.
Lesson 4. He's a math genius and a superstar teacher.
Probably the biggest math session anywhere in the world. This is what we used to do before. 24,000 students sitting together, 11 to 14-year-olds sitting together learning math. I used to stand on top and a 6-sided screen, which I'm not sure whether you saw that. That's the largest stadium in India, which is in Delhi.
Lesson 5. One of his best-selling poems is he's from a small village in Kerela.
That's the advantage of coming from, so I always start the story by telling that I come from a small village, which is a big advantage, because in the first 30 seconds itself, it will impress the other person on the other side of the table. But the fact is, a small village in Kerala, as all of us know, or most of us know, there's not much difference. Whether you come from, let's say, a village like Arikod or from Cochin, it's a level playing field.
Lesson 6. How he built his winning team.
From 2011. So the company in this format is formed in 2011 with 8 of my best students.
There were 8 student partners. This is the picture of the 8. One of them, Divya, would become his future wife. Lesson 7. Pivoting and adapting. Before 2011, he was basically teaching CAT exams.
Once they start getting into 6th grade, 7th grade. Initially, we were focused on test prep.
Yes.
Now, we know we are making a much bigger impact because we are changing the way the India is learning today.
Lesson 8. His video is a mixture of teachers, games, and animation.
Which, when I say this kind of learning, what is this kind of learning? This is what we are doing today is we are helping students learn better when they learn at home by creating that interest in students to learn, making sure that they like learning, they like the subjects. So for us to achieve that, it was important for us to use all the new age media formats, movie-like videos, game-like interactions, depending on the age group.
Lesson 9. An uneducated youth is a disaster.
Young population, now to reap the benefits of this demographic dividend, everybody talks about young population, average age of 28, but there are also two sides. Unless and until we make sure that we get them ready for the future, unless and until we make sure that they are becoming a productive workforce, it can be the other way around. An uneducated, unemployed youth of tomorrow is a recipe for disaster. So,
Lesson 10. Compete with yourself to create something new every day.
And you have to tell us, because they are hard days, they are tough days, they are difficult days. How are you always this energetic?
So it's very simple in one sentence. If you ask me, increase your aspirational level. Yourself every day, compete with yourself day in, day out. Competition is not with others, competition with yourself. And especially when you are creating something which people have not done before, competition has to be with yourself.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and leave your questions and comments below. Wishing everyone peace and prosperity.